Good afternoon. Thank you for watching our Westminster Canterbury Weekly for Thursday, May 13th. Today, I just have a couple of brief COVID-related things to share. But then after I'm finished, we have a pretty full agenda of speakers for you, so there's quite a bit of content. But just quickly, let me give you a couple updates on the COVID situation. As you're probably seeing in the news, the COVID rates nationally and here in Virginia and even locally in Henrico and Richmond are really falling and falling dramatically due to all the increased vaccinations. And this is really, really good news. We couldn't be happier, and it should definitely provide us all with significant hope that much brighter days are close and close at hand. And so we're excited about that. We do know that the CDC is making some announcements today and later early next week that will change current guidance out in the public and probably here on campus. As that guidance comes out and we get more clarity, we'll provide some clarity to you all next week as to how we're going to adjust our rules accordingly. And so we're all looking forward to that. We really want to get back to something that looks and feels more normal and less scary. So all the indicators are good, and so we're really positive, and we want to come back next week and talk more about that. I'd like to thank each and every one of you for taking all the precautions serious and really demonstrating the personal responsibility that it's taken to keep yourselves and each other and this whole community safe. And so thank you. It's really been a team effort, and you all have played a huge part in that, so thank you. We do have a couple of staff members who I need to share some information about. First, I shared this on last week, but we got a little more information since then. Last Thursday, I think it was, right soon before I went on to do this, we had an employee who works both in dining and works PRN in assisted living. PRN means occasionally, sort of on an as-needed basis. This staff member from dining also works as a CNA in the Gables assisted living. This employee tested positive last week via PCR test, and that employee's at home recovering, and we think she'll be coming back to work, I think, next week, and that's good news. The interesting piece of it is this employee was fully vaccinated back in January when we all got vaccinated, and she'd had COVID already previously as well in November of 2020. And so that puts her in a very unique category of fully vaccinated individuals who'd had the virus prior, who got it again and had symptoms. We shared this with Virginia Department of Health. They took quite a bit of interest in that situation because they had seen a number of cases like that over the course of a week. And so we shared that employee's information with VDH. And they said they'd seen a number of cases regionally where people were testing positive who'd been fully vaccinated and had the disease prior. Because of that positive employee and just from an abundance of caution, we tested 9 residents in the Gables and I think 4 or 5 staff members who all may have been exposed to that employee who tested positive. So they were all tested on May 11th, and so far all the tests that have come back negative. We are still waiting on 4 test results that are still pending, and we should get those back today. But we're very hopeful that that everybody's going to come back negative, and so that's one of the 2 cases. Before I tell you about the second one, everybody who got tested on May 11th, the staff and residents who were tested, they will get retested on May 16th so that we get two negatives, which will make us clean and clear from that event. Virginia Department of Health has recommended that we stay very aware of the fact that fully vaccinated individuals still have some risk of testing positive from either being exposed to variants that we may or may not have been exposed to in the past, or to the original virus that was here for so long. So we just need to stay vigilant and continue to be careful. Also, earlier this week, we learned that another PRN, or as-needed employee in assisted living, tested positive off-site at a testing center. That test was a rapid test. We're still waiting to find out what the results are from the PCR test. Now, this particular employee, we know that the risk of this employee exposing anyone is very low, almost zero, because this employee's last date that this person worked on campus was more than 3 weeks ago. And so having not been on campus for more than 2 weeks prior to the test, we're pretty confident that there isn't anything to worry about there. But we do want to share that that employee has tested positive. And so at the current time, we have 2 employees out positive. We do have a number of other employees who, on a regular basis, are having some symptoms and getting tested. Thankfully, everybody but these 2 have come back negative, and we'll probably see a little bit of that for a while. So that's all for me today. Next week, I'm going to spend some time sharing the details about the parking deck construction, the construction plan, and the timing of that, because we will see some mobilization in terms of getting ready for that construction in either late May or early June, mostly over on the Azalea property, where they're going to be getting ready for some temporary parking and getting ready to bring a construction road in off the back for that parking deck, and then also some of the prep work for the Parsons Health Center Child Development Center lot. So we'll share more details next week about that, and then, like I said, maybe some more guidance about changing some of the rules around campus. That's all for me today. Next up is our Director of Finance, Marty Kane.
Thank you, John, and good afternoon. Effective Monday, May 24th, the accounting department will be moving and ready to serve you in our new location in the Pavilion 2nd floor. We will be keeping our same phone number extensions. We will be putting reminders of this move in the May 20th and June 3rd distribution of the tails, which will include a directory of room numbers. It will also be announced on the lobby TV and TV 971. So how do you find us? If you're on the lower level, you want to take the Pavilion elevator at the end of the hallway of the Echo Shop across from the free books. From the main lobby, it will be the elevator by the clinic that is noted for Pavilion floors 2 and 3. Once you enter the elevator, press the button to go to the 2nd floor. Once you step out of the elevator, there will be a directory posted on the wall that lists the accounting department staff names, titles, and room numbers. Russell Gardner and Victoria Reese will not be joining us on the Pavilion 2nd floor. They will be moving to the Avalon 1st floor in the offices next to Kathy Morton, our volunteer administrator. If you have any questions about this accounting move, you can contact Marty Kane at extension 6627 or Victoria Reese at extension 6056. I also have a brief update about the bank. Effective immediately, the bank will be open on Wednesdays for both residents and staff. As per our usual practice, residents will get first priority. As a reminder, both residents and staff should continue to practice social distancing when seeking services at the bank. So that is all for me. Next up is Tom Henning.
So I have a couple brief project updates for you today. We'll be starting the underslab work for the grease trap tie-in that's located on Main Street near the Echo Shop. And this will be at the back entrance of the Echo Shop. The space between the housekeeping offices and the free books area will be closed off from Monday, May 17th to Friday, May 28th. The lower level vending machines near the free books area will still be accessible with the pavilion elevators. However, you must take the tower elevators if you need to access housekeeping offices on the lower level during this time. The temporary tower garden planters have been installed in the ellipse, and all 60 spaces have been assigned. Thank you to New Eastern Construction and Kathleen Pender and Deo for spearheading this effort to make sure the planters were ready for the spring-summer planting season. Beginning next week, you will begin to see changes to our campus plant beds as the summer flowers will be swapped in for all to enjoy. Updates on the tower laundry rooms on the even floors have been completed. Information sheets detailing the operation of the new washers and dryers, soap use recommendations, and explanation of what high-efficiency soap is all about, wash detergent, have been posted. Tower laundry rooms on the odd floors are now under renovation, with the goal for completion to be before Memorial Day weekend. Until we have all the tower laundry rooms operational, please continue to be mindful when using machines available by removing washed and dried clothing promptly. The dog park will be moving to the green space that is located to the west of the gables. You'll notice a map here that shows the layout of this new dog park. The trees are going to remain. There's going to be a path sidewalk to the pavers from the crosswalk that's existing from the courtyard. And the fence will be similar to the existing dog park on the Courtyard East parking lot. This is an exciting project that will begin in June. In preparation for the fence install, you will begin to see some pre-work take place. Irrigation work and some plant removal will occur. However, the trees will remain. There will be a double-gated entry to protect the pets, and the Friends of the Dog Park Committee are excited for this relocation. We have an update on the completion schedule in the next few weeks, and please contact me if you have any questions. Up next, we have Gayle Haglund. Thank you.
Greetings. It's good to have a chance to talk with you. Last week, I told you that the foundation will be sponsoring 2 simultaneous concerts on Thursday, May 20th. Seating starts at 6:30 p.m. and the music starts at 7. We're excited that we already have more than 200 people who have turned in their half tickets to reserve their seats. That's good, and that's good news for anyone who hasn't picked up a ticket yet, because there's still plenty of room. There are at least 50 tickets available for both the Ellipse concert and the Courtyard Garden concert. Now, the concert, is for residents only, and some of our trustees will be present to greet you and help us. Tickets can be found near the tower desk. So right next to the tower desk, there's a big table, and then in the USPS mailbox area in the center lobby. The tickets, which look like this, are perforated, okay? So right down the middle. You need to fill out both sides of the ticket and then turn one half into a staff person at the courtesy desks, or you can bring it directly to me. Bring the remaining half of your ticket, the one you keep, bring that with you to the concert. We are busy making treat boxes for you, and we have some gifts for you. So knowing how many are attending is really important to us. And I really, really look forward to seeing you there. And please keep praying for no rain. God has seemed to have moved the rain off the forecast, so we know you're praying. But there is a rain date of June the 1st. So this is going to be tons of fun, and I really look forward to enjoying it with you. It'll be a fantastic start to our season. Now, one word about these Thursday shows that we're now calling the Westminster Canterbury Weekly. The only thing that's changed is the name. We're still providing all the news you need related to the pandemic. Should we need to convey important news or changing information about rules or protocols, that will still be the most dominant thing that we cover on these shows. But there is also a lot going on campus and a lot about to happen on campus, and this show has become an important way to keep you up to date. This show remains our commitment to keep you informed on a regular, ongoing basis. Now, several people have asked me if these shows are recorded ahead of time. No, we're still doing them live, and we'd maybe be doing a better job if they were recorded ahead of time. I wouldn't have made so many mistakes, but they are strictly live. So all of our mistakes and guffaws are happening in real time, just like always. We're doing our very best here in front of a completely empty audience, completely empty theater. The shows will continue to be repeated according to the TV schedule printed in the tails, and we do hope that this will continue to be really helpful to each of you. I always enjoy hearing your input and your ideas, so as always, please feel free to reach out. Thank you so very much, and I hope to see you at the concert on May 20th. Please get your ticket. And next up is David Curtis from Pastoral Care. Thank you.
Good afternoon. I'm David Curtis, one of the staff chaplains here at Westminster Canterbury Richmond. This afternoon, I offer you these words from Psalm number 98, verses 6 through 9. Sing to the Lord with the harp and the voice of song. With trumpets and the sound of the horn, shout with joy before the King, the Lord. Let the sea make a noise and all that is in it, the lands and those who dwell therein. Let the rivers clap their hands and let the hills ring out with joy before the Lord when he comes to judge the earth. The word of the Lord. Thanks be to God. This past Sunday, while standing in my bedroom, trying to remember why exactly I came into my bedroom, I heard this noise. It was the sound of water being splashed. My first thought was that I had a leak in the bathroom or that my washing machine was flooding. And then I realized that what I was hearing was the sound of a bird using a bird bath that I had recently placed near my bedroom window. The sound of that bird taking a bath was the sound of pure joy. It was the sound of wings flapping and water splashing. It was not quite the sound of the mighty James clapping its hands, as the psalmist says, but in its own way, it was a hymn and a song of praise. May each of us hear the songs of praise from all of creation in the most mundane of ways. This afternoon, I offer you this prayer entitled The Beauty of Nature, and it was composed by the Reverend Walter Rauschenbusch. O God, we thank you for this earth, our home, for the wide sky and the blessed sun, for the salt sea and the running water, for the everlasting hills and the never-resting winds, for trees and the common grass underfoot. We thank you for our senses by which we hear the songs of birds and see the splendor of the summer fields and taste of the autumn fruits and rejoice in the feel of the snow and smell the breath of the spring. Grant us a heart wide open to all this beauty, and save our souls from being so blind that we pass unseeing when even the common thorn bush is aflame with your glory, O God, our Creator, who lives and reigns forever and ever. Amen. Please join us for our next 3 p.m. update on Thursday, May the 20th. Thank you and God bless.